And you think I just told you to hop for no reason?
It's not going to work again, though. It'll
work.
The same problem.
It'll work. Watch your head.
He's going to hit his head.
Watch your head.
No.
Oh boy!
I can't believe
that is not ideal.
Don't laugh, dude. I saw that coming from a mile away. Cut, he just go in the house. Yo. Refill me.
Oh, thing.
You got it. You got it.
Oh, that right there is the man who's joining us now. YouTube golf sensation, Joey Coldcuts, Bob Does Sports Crew. Joey, thanks for joining. How's your head? How are we feeling after that?
Yeah, it's like you might have to put me in concussion protocol like some of the players after a big hit, but that was a couple years ago now, so I think I'm fully back to normal. I'm good now.
All right, Joey. So explain this to me like I'm 800 years old and I have no idea what I'm talking about. All right, because YouTube golf is taking off. What's been the key? Like, why is everybody flocking to this?
I don't know. I think it's just it's a good escape, and I think golf is a fun game that has kind of blown up over COVID. That's definitely when we started, posting a lot of our stuff. Golf really was one of the few things that you could do for a couple of years. You really couldn't do many social activities. So I think it blew up. The game's become bigger than ever. And anyone can play, and you can play till you're old. You can play if you're good, bad, or indifferent. And a lot of sports athletes, a lot of celebrities have tended to flock to the game. And I think it's just a hot spot and something that everybody can kind of relate to. So it's kind of taken the world by storm, I guess, which is good for us.
Yeah, LeBron James, famously big fan of YouTube golf. But speaking of that, I mean, you've gotten to play with all sorts of celebrities in such beautiful places. What would you say is your favorite celebrity that you've gotten to play golf with?
I think it has to be Josh Allen. He's an absolute, just a delight to be out there with him. Sam Darnold and Kyle Allen we played with on our channel a couple times now, and the vibes are always impeccably great and just a lot of fun. On top of that, he's just a great guy to be out there with. I caddied for him for the first time in the ACC championship in Lake Tahoe, and I think it was like 2023. And I never even knew he watched Bob Does Sports or followed YouTube golf. And then I found out how like addicted he is to golf, and our relationships kind of become, it's blossomed from there. And he's just a great time out there. But there's been a ton of people we played with who are a lot of fun. And like I said, you're always meeting new people who are interested in getting out on the golf course. So it's cool to see where, like LeBron James posting about golf, and, you see some of these guys, it's just like, it's wild to me.
You want to break any news here? Like, you guys working on anything with LeBron? Like, we're all looking to LeBron. He's talking about it. We know how popular you guys are. Come on, is there something happening?
I don't know if he's in the Bob Does Sports realm yet, but we'd love to have him on. I know that he's expressed interest to come on our tournament we hosted with Barstool for the first year last year. It's called the Internet Invitational. We had pretty much all the golf creators from YouTube come in together to play a huge tournament that was hosted for $1 million. That was put up by Dave Portnoy, and I know we're looking to run it again. And he's talked about potentially having someone like a Steph Curry or LeBron James or Caitlin Clark come in. So I guess the possibilities are endless. But yeah, I'd love to have him on. Nothing that I can break right now, though.
Hey, the world is your oyster. Make LeBron James one of your pearls. Do you want to switch over to the football side of things? I see the quarter zip you're wearing. You're a huge Green Bay Packers fan. I want to bring a question that our producer, Mike Goldfarb, asked you at the break into the show. You get an opportunity, hypothetically, to play Augusta in the middle of the Bears-Packers playoff game this weekend. What are you doing?
I guess it depends on the result. If I could know ahead of time, if the Packers win, I don't think I'm missing that. If the Bears win, I might probably opt to play Augusta if I have that choice. But I will say this tradition and rivalry is one that I've enjoyed watching for years. It always gets us amped up. And as much as I don't like the Chicago Bears, it's kind of good to see that they're a good team again now, because it's broadened, a whole nother level to the rivalry that we have with them, and it makes all the games great. And I think we got another good one that's going to be in store on Saturday night. So I'm getting ready to buckle up. No, lucky for me, no Augusta on the table, so I can just focus solely on watching the football game.
All right, but we also love talking a little bit of trash talking on this show. So talk to me about your phone. What's it going to look like? Who are you joining with in your victory and sorrow in a text thread? And then also, who's chirping? Who's out there letting you know if the Packers aren't performing?
So my fellow friend and podcaster, Mikey Bear Down Cuz, he's a huge Bears aficionado. He's the first guy that I like to rub into when the Packers win. I'm sure he'll be the first one to hit me up if the Bears win. But he's a lot of fun. We have a lot. We actually are very close friends, despite the rivalry that we have and the difference of teams that we cheer for. In terms of who am I messaging first? I probably hit up my mom. My mom's from Green Bay, Wisconsin, so I always call her prior to the games at halftime and then post game. I know they'll be watching back home in Vancouver, and all her family in Green Bay will be locked in. So she'll be the first person I reach out to, regardless what happens. But hopefully, it's good news that we're sharing.
Is there
no
any,
doubt.
like, grace period for you? Like, game ends, you got friends, like you just mentioned, the trash talk. My buddies know to give me 5 minutes. Is there that, or are you guys going straight at each? Like, sometimes I need a minute.
My phone's getting bombarded normally from a lot of different Bears people. I mean, I made it pretty public that I'm a Packers fan on my social media. I root for them vehemently every week. So when they win, I'm getting a lot of support from different people. When they're losing, especially if they're losing a game to the Bears, I'm hearing about it. There's a lot of bear down messages and we still own you. Although I don't know how they can really own us. We've beaten them like 27 of the last 32 times we played. So I'd like to think we have the upper hand, and hopefully that comes into play on Saturday as well.
Fitz, I need more of your friends. Nobody gives me a 5 minute grace period. I always get the texts coming in like before the game even ends, whenever my anger is at its absolute peak. So a couple days ago, we picked the Super Bowl matchup we want to see, the Super Bowl matchup we think it's going to be, and then a total chaos scenario Super Bowl. My chaos scenario was Packers Steelers, for obvious Aaron Rodgers reasons. I know that the Green Bay Packers being in the Super Bowl would be magical and a total dream come true for you as a Packers fan. But what would it be like if the Packers do eventually face Aaron Rodgers and the Steelers in the Super Bowl?
That would be crazy. And it would be a wild game. I know that just to be there, I don't really care who we play, but to be in that magnitude of a game and playing a guy that I have followed and loved for a long time, it wouldn't hurt as bad if we were to lose to him, just because knowing that, I was rooting for him even the last game against the Ravens to come through and make the playoffs. He's done so much for our city, for our for the city of Green Bay, for the franchise, that if we lost to him, it'd be a little bit easier pill to swallow, but that would be wild. That would be wild. I did tell my mom that if the Packers somehow make the Super Bowl, that I'll be there taking her and we'll be in attendance. But that's kind of hard to think about right now. It's just focus right now is on the Chicago Bears, enemy number one, and then see where we go from there. And again, if we can win this game, I really believe the season, with all the adversity we've had a ton of injuries, losing the best arguably defensive player in the NFL and Micah Parsons, losing a bunch Tucker Kraft, I think, was an all-world pro tight end that just really has made the season tough. So if we can win this game, I think it shows a lot of overcoming adversity and shows what the team's capable of, especially being so young.
All right, Joey, give me your prediction. How's the game going to play out? What's it going to look like? What's the Packers postseason about to look like?
I'm optimistic this time around. I do think the Bears were the team that I wanted to play. I didn't want to play the Eagles. We've had terrible past record against them. So the Bears were the team I wanted. I wanted revenge after that horrible loss that we faced at Soldier Field not too long ago. I do think the Packers are going to come out on top. I think our red zone offense needs to be really, really focused on. I think we've done a really good job getting deep into enemy territory and then not so good trying to convert. So I think it's not going to be a crazy high scoring game, but I think we win something like 21-17 or 20-17. I think it's going to come down to the wire, maybe a last second field goal, and I think we come out on top.
All right, Joey, here's the deal. If the Packers go to the Super Bowl, we're going to be hanging out there. You got to come hang out with us. You got to come hang out in person, and then maybe you can finally give me a golf lesson, because I'm terrible at this. I should never touch a golf club. So, you got to come hang out with us.
Well, two things. I would love nothing more, because that would mean the Packers in the Super Bowl, so I would be thrilled to do that. Secondly, you don't want a golf lesson from me, because it'll just be detrimental to your game and make you even worse than you are. I'm not the guy to be asking tips for, but we'll have a couple of drinks. We'll have a lot of fun. I can assure you that much.
My friends
Shit
at
for
this
a good
point have told
time.
me all I'm allowed to do is drive the cart. That's it. I'm only allowed to drive the cart. I get it. I understand. Joey, we appreciate you hanging out with us. Congrats on all the success, man. Fun to watch where you guys have headed with this, and fun to watch all your content, man. Thanks for joining us today.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me. Go Pack, go, and let's see what happens Saturday. Should be a barn burner.
Now I'm
go.
rooting for the Packers to go to the Super Bowl just so we can hang out in person. Thanks, Joey. Appreciate you. Great
right,
stuff
thank
from
you.
Thanks,
Joey. Follow him on social media at joey.coldcuts. You can get him on Instagram there. Check him out.